Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 6. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down at about the 15.
Let's go. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Here we go. 10, touchdown. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Grady Jarrett with the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
They'll run it here with Logan. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". All day, just like that, just like that. Mike.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
On 4th down, here's Andy Leon to kick it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It's fielded at the 45. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards there and a Falcon 1st down.
A gain of 14. 1st down, Falcons.
And they go jet sweep. Here's Sanu. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
I'm going to run you over.
Here's a guy coming off a strong rookie season, Gus Edwards. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Hey, 59, ready. Got it.
Start up right now. 57's the mic. Rock 57. You don't want now, baby.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Ricardo Allen brought him down. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8. At the Falcons' 17-yard line.
They give to Johnson going right. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 12 yards there and a first down.
Gain of 12 yards.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, second and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up second and goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. These two teams all tied after 1. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Running the jet sweep with Ridley. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
To throw on second and 6, Ryan. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 16 yards, a first down.
Calvin Ridley more than justified his first-round selection in 2018. 64 catches as a rookie and found the end zone 10 times. Did a nice job getting open right there and picking up a first down.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Terrell Suggs able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
It's second down.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Hey, white. He's checking crack. Get up.
Now Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Ryan picked by his former teammate Robert Alford. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. A lot of people felt Johnson was a little misused during what was a disappointing 2018. 940 yards on the ground, 7 touchdowns. Great for most, but not the season Johnson was hoping for. And he said this offseason, there are a lot of good running backs in the NFL, but I'm the best. And now he's trying to prove it, hoping to get back to the production that sent him to the Pro Bowl in 2016. That would certainly help his rookie quarterback. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Here's Johnson. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
From just shy of midfield, Murray. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Looking deep for Julio. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively.
Check 37. Hey, white.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Adrian Claiborne, the one who makes the stop. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Adrian Claiborne, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, it was 2nd long, now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Andy Isabella, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Check. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. 25.
From the gun, it's Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
All day, baby. All day. Ready to go.
On 3rd down, Ryan. He's airing it out for Sanu. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Set, ready, and read.
Right there in the middle. 55. Coming for you.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Flushed out right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. And he slings one that's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target. 3rd down here.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Sanu with a grab over the middle. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, Tuesday.
Again, Ryan. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Falcon 1st down.
Ready, blue 80. That's 25.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Hey.
Hey, Tuesday.
Tight go.
25 tonight.
On 1st down, Ryan. And this is caught at the 8. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the 1st down. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Ryan will throw again. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by David Amerson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Cardinals take
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
So we reach halftime here in Glendale with the Cardinals on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Ryan now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Running the jet sweep with Jones, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now on 2nd and 13, Ryan. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
A gain of 15.
Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open.
And my goodness, another interception. Buda Baker with a pick. 30, the 20. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked off that pass?
Some free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, oh, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
Let's go, let's go.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
Now it's Ryan. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st.
And the Falcon, first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary now on third.
I got you.
Johnson on the counter. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. Fourth down now.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. Matt Ryan trying to lead the Falcons from behind. Last year in 16 starts, just one fourth-quarter comeback for the QB. On 2nd and 2, Ryan. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
22.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
21.
Now Ryan on 1st down. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Terrell Suggs picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 27. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. That's Isabella open on the right side. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 27.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. And his throw here's incomplete. Ricky Seals-Jones, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 13-yard line.
Don't say nothing.
The Cardinals, 1st down.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And Fitzgerald has got it. Touchdown, Cardinals. Larry Fitzgerald, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals push further out in front. They'll try and run for it with Johnson. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. And so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. Tackle made there by Buda Baker.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now they'll throw it with Ryan. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now a pass hauled in downfield. Touchdown, Falcons! Julio Jones. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons cut into that lead. Now Ryan leading the Falcons up to go for 2. From the shotgun, Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. Oh, the Falcons got it. Yep, Atlanta football. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They are in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Ryan. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. It's caught at the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are able to cut into that lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Hey, gun.
They'll try and run with Freeman. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. But he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. David Johnson on his way. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. Here the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Matt Ryan now breaks the huddle. His guys will go for 2. They'll try and run with Freeman. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go. And the try for 2 is denied. And the Cardinals have got it. So that should just about put an end to this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Cardinals on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. The Cardinals worst in the NFL, 6 of 16 on 4th down last year, but they'll try it here. Here we go with Johnson. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to make the tackle. Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10.
54, stop!
One last shot for Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Cards, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.